October 7th, 1941. Dawn. A frozen road outside Bryansk. Deep inside the Soviet Union, a German motorcycle skids to a stop beside a wrecked Soviet staff car. Steam curls from the shattered engine. Snowflakes drift through the gray morning air. The smell of burned fuel hangs heavy in the cold. Two Wehrmacht soldiers cautiously approach the vehicle. The driver is dead. The officer beside him is barely alive, slumped against the door, uniform soaked in blood. His leather satchel lies half open in the snow. One of the German soldiers kneels, brushing frost from the paper spilling out of the bag. Then he freezes. These are not ordinary documents. They are maps. Detailed maps. Hundreds of kilometers of Soviet territory marked with red arrows, defensive lines, and unfamiliar unit symbols stretching far beyond the German front, farther than anyone expected. Within minutes, the documents are rushed up the chain of command. And soon they land on the desk of one of Germany's most aggressive commanders, Colonel General Heinz Guderian, the architect of Germany's lightning warfare, Blitzkrieg. By October 1941, the German invasion of the Soviet Union, Operation Barbarossa, seemed unstoppable. 4 months earlier, nearly 3 million German soldiers had surged across the Soviet border. Entire Soviet armies had vanished. Cities had fallen in days. Millions of prisoners marched west in endless columns. To many German officers, the outcome seemed inevitable. The Soviet Union was collapsing. Soon, they believed, the road to Moscow would be open, and when Moscow fell, surely the war would end. That belief had become doctrine in Berlin. But here, on Guderian's desk, the captured maps suggested something deeply unsettling. The Soviet Union was not collapsing. It was repositioning. Guderian studies the maps in silence. His headquarters sits inside a requisitioned farmhouse. Outside, engines rumble as panzer divisions prepare to move again. But the general barely notices. His eyes move slowly across the markings. Layer after layer of defensive positions. Reserve armies, fresh formations, rail lines feeding troops from the east, and behind it all vast open territory stretching deeper into Russia, much deeper. The map suggests something Berlin had never fully considered. What if Moscow was not the final objective? What if it was the bait? By early October, the Germans had already launched their final drive toward the Soviet capital. The operation had a grand name: Operation Typho.